Hello dear children, welcome to Rishikul Online School. Let's continue the discussion on chapter number 9 of history, which is about Ashoka the emperor who gave up war. Ashoka, he was one of the greatest rulers known in history. He ascended the throne in 273 BC. He was the first ruler who tried to take his message directly to the people through inscriptions. Most of the Ashokan inscriptions are written in the Prakrit language and Brahmi script. Ashoka was the only king in the history of the world who gave up conquest after winning a war. So let's discuss about this war, Kalinga War, a battle that changed Ashoka forever. When Ashoka ascended the throne, Kalinga, it was the only kingdom that was not under the Mauryan control. Kalinga, it is the ancient name of coastal Odisha. It was a very powerful kingdom and controlled the land and sea routes to South India and Southeast Asia. Control on this kingdom could certainly give Ashoka a greater economic prosperity. So in 261 BC, Ashoka attacked Kalinga and won it after a bitter struggle. About 1.5 lakh people were captured and more than 1 lakh people were killed. Ashokan Empire now spread from the Himalayas in the north to Mysore in the south and from Brahmaputra in the east to the Hindu Kush in the northwest. But Ashoka's victory in the Kalinga War did not bring any joy and satisfaction to him. The great destruction, death and human sufferings in the war became a turning point in Ashoka's life. He decided not to fight any more wars but to win the hearts of people with love. He was deeply influenced by the Buddhist principles of compassion, peace and non-violence, and he adopted Buddhism. Let's talk about Ashoka's Dhamma. Dhamma, it's a Prakrit word for the Sanskrit term dharma, which means religious duties. The ideas of Ashoka's Dhamma, it was based on the human values and a code of conduct inspired by the noble teachings of Lord Buddha. The principle of his Dhamma, they were that the people, they must live in peace and harmony. They must follow ahimsa, that is non-violence to all living beings. They should not cause any injury to living creatures. They should be loving, tolerant and respected towards other religions. Children, they must obey their elders and there must be a sense of understanding. The objectives of Ashoka's Dhamma. People in the empire followed different religions. This sometimes led to conflicts. A large number of animals were sacrificed in Vedic rituals. Slaves and servants, they were ill-treated by their masters. Ashoka, he adopted various means to spread Dhamma. He appointed officials known as the Dhamma Mahamatas. They went from place to place teaching people about Dhamma. He got his message inscribed on rocks and pillars. Also, he instructed his officials to read his message to those who could not read it themselves. He set a personal example by strictly following the principles of Dhamma. He sent his son Mahendra and daughter Sanghamitra to Sri Lanka to spread the message of Buddhism. He built various roads and the rest houses and dug wells. He arranged for the medical treatment of both humans and animals. So this was all about this module. We shall continue the chapter with the next module. Thank you. Have a nice day.